David the Bugeye Guy, bugeyeguy.com with Dirk. And Dirk is a project car. I want to give you a quick tour of floor pan issues. He has a lot that he can teach us. Now, if you look on this side, this is actually quite good. This is the spring perch area. Right on the back of here is where the leaf spring plugs into this car. And here you see it's actually pretty good. There may be some repairs needed underneath, but the bulk of the material is still intact and in place, and there isn't rust all along this bulkhead. It's the original mat. There's some surface rust, but basically there are no issues until you get out to that corner, and you can see how the metal's just gone there. So welding is going to be required to make that strong again, because the spring again perches right about in the middle of your screen. So the way that you would fix that is you would get yourself some Bugeye floor pans, which are readily available. They're about $175 each. And this area here is literally what's missing, and it's pretty straightforward. It's just flat sheet metal. It is then covered by this top hat piece, which goes like that, and that stiffens the whole mess. And you can cut the floor off from underneath and weld back up to this piece, or you can buy this and cut a piece off and patch this in, and then that gets this thing on top of it. This patch piece is also very available, and that's the thing that climbs up the bulkhead. So what you would do then is you would use some combination of these pieces to reinforce this whole zone of the car and send Dirk on his way for another 50 years. This is the forward portion, and these often have pinholes, and I'm sure on Dirk some work is going to be needed in the front footwells as well, but it's all available with this original gusset and contour, and it's not very difficult to weld into place in this kind of a project. Over on this car, you'll see we actually had quite a bit more work to be done. This one, here's that same spring perch area. This one was welded right in here, and then this whole zone was replaced with new metal. In this particular case, the inboard section of the floor pan was not needed. That was all fine, but the footwell was needed up in front. Some patching on this cross member here. This one also got a new inner sill, this piece, and a new outer sill or rocker panel here. And that's something that fortunately Dirk won't need. The rockers are in pretty good shape on Dirk. There'll be some patching in the front needed, but the skin itself is fine, and that'll save a bunch of time on this restoration. So that's how you deal with that problem there. It's primarily a floor pan issue, and it's one that's very fixable on these Bugeyes. It'd be nice to find one that was all good and solid there, but it's pretty rare, and we're often working with cars that are very much like this, that have some compromises, but fortunately in this case, at least the contours of the car are in nice shape, and that's what makes it a very attractive project. That's the story of Dirk. If you like this kind of thing, I've got a 2-hour DVD available at bugeyeguy.com that gets into Bugeye restoration in much greater detail, and I thank you very much for watching.